implementation of the double track system begins today, which is on the Tuesday, 11th September 2018. The double track system is a system that was brought up by the current government, which is NPP government led by the president Nana Addo, to enable more students to enroll into the senior high school. Already they've started with the free SHS implementation, and that has necessitated for the double track system. And today we are at Cheneamanfo Secondary School trying to look at how things are going since per the GES release today, which is on Tuesday, the 11th of September 20.
Mo ba kure ye me de nanka me say plan na ye ko ka kire o mo se o mo fa nkwala na mra na wo mo mre no ba wi wo mo enti misire wo mo enye sikatue bi wo de fa wo ba na bra no imagine admission yi nyina no o mfiti azie because nkwala na bebre na wo kurumu ha nkwala ne kira ne surrounding villages nti o mo betima ba easily no ane so obenya one check oba ene bi a white shirt bi eni nika ama ba ma no na che waba nti oba start sua na de no na se wo oba ta no ho bo akora ye setia na che wo be hwe ne ekoso na waba.
There are some parents and guidance around who are here to make sure everything goes on very well, especially with the admission process. We have one guidance here. We want to talk to him and see how things are going. Good morning and welcome to Addo TV.
Good morning.
When you came here, how have the process been? Have everything been cool?
Yeah, so far so good. Everything is cool. As you see, I'm done with my registration process and I'm leaving to the house.
Okay, like when you came here, did you encounter any challenge?
No place. It's just smoothly. No challenges, nothing so far.
All right. Do you stay around? Will your ward be at the hostel or like you stay around so there is no need for that?
Yeah, as at now I stay around and so my ward is with me and as at now no hostel issues.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, as we said earlier, the implementation of the double track system begins today. We first went to Cheneamanfo Senior High. Right now we are at Sunyane Secondary School, Susek, and we will go in there to listen to what some parents also have to say. Some of the children, we will speak to the headmaster. We will get to know some of the challenges they are facing. Then from here we will move to St. James Seminary.
I am Michael Nsia Japan, headmaster, Sunyane Senior High School, Brahafo. I'm so grateful to you for this opportunity giving me to highlight on situations with regards to the double track system. Initially, we were saying track A, track B, and people made fun of it that if he said you were put on track A, it means you are better than those on track B. Others were saying track 1 was better than track 2. So the authorities have decided to make it track green and track gold. The green students, those on track green, are starting classes today. They have reopened today, 11th September. And those on track gold will come the second track, and that will start or commence in November. A lot of things have gone into this preparation. So I think that all is well. Now, if you go down there, you've seen that we have mounted about 6 tables for parents and students to get their admission through. We have prepared down our admission letters and they are taking them together with the prospectus. In fact, of course, those who are on both tracks, that is track green, track gold, they are all taking their admission letters and the prospectus at the same time, so that those on track gold will have enough time to organize themselves. those in track green, they also have the time to go and get their items ready, and they are happy because you know the eagerness and the happiness, the joy with which they are yearning for senior high technical and vocational education is high. So I think it's the best in such situation, is the best option that the government had to make sure that everybody got the opportunity to access senior high education. You know, the policy says that no qualified candidate will be left out. And in within this short period of time, I don't think government can put up, or institutions can put up dormitories, dining halls, classrooms, etc., to accommodate all of them at a go. So this is the best option that we can offer, and we have been educated enough. In fact, we have had series of meetings with government, our assistant headmasters and headmistresses, and our ICT teachers were invited to Accra to do some orientation with the regards to preparation of timetables and the teacher requirements. In fact, our thinking, what was worrying us was the fact that if teachers were going to teach in both tracks, that would have been very tedious. Thank God government is in to recruit over 8,000 teachers. So if you are put on track track green, it means that you will not teach in both tracks. So after those on the first track, that is track green, have completed their program in 41 days, those on track gold, who will come in November, will also have another set of teachers to handle the situation. So I think it's the best of option that we have. To SEC was given 1,620 students, and out of this number, 1,108 are boarders and 512 are day students. Of course, our major challenge in this Sunyani municipality is the fact that it is the only region, as far as I know, that there's not patronized trotro system, trotro bus system. You know, I don't know for how long you've been here, but anywhere, any movement you make within Sunyani municipality is about taxi. So if you think that somebody is at Yahima, so it is within Sunyani municipality, and the person is made a day student, the cost is high. You have to pick 2 taxis before you get to Sunyani Senior High. If you are staying at New Doma or Yahima or Kotokrom, you pick taxi from there, you alight at station or around VRA, you pick another taxi at the cost of 2 cedis, you pick another taxi from VRA to Susek, which will also cost you 2 cedis. So in and out will be 8 cedis. So if the person even taking probably because you are coming for classes, the system is that either you start at 7 a.m. and close at 3 p.m. or 7:30 and close at 3:30 or 8 and close at 4 p.m. It should be consistent anyway. So if you want to come to school 7:30 to 3:30, at least you need to take some breakfast before you come, at least some porridge, and the least you can spend is about 2 cedis. So if 10 cedis per 10, you spend 10 cedis per week, you see, or 5 days, that will be 50 cedis, and 1 month will be 200 Ghana cedis. You know, some months have 5 weeks, so 250. The average income earner spending 250 cedis on a child will be a bit of challenge. So we wish that those who are made day students, you should have come from them voluntarily that I want to be a day student. In fact, some of the students filled the forms. In fact, they were given 5 options: first choice, second choice, third, fourth, and the 5th choice was that select a school within your environment or vicinity that want to be a day student. And I don't know if they did so out of ignorance or something. Some selected some grade C schools and others, and selected SUSEC as the fifth choice that they want to be day. Probably they thought that they were going to get the first, second, or third choices, which they never got. And they were put at the fifth choice, which is SUSEC, and they have been made day. So all the complaint I'm receiving from this office is that their wards have been made day students, and that they cannot afford the cost that is related to being a day student. Just as I've explained, you don't have trotro applying in Sunyani municipality. Everything, every movement is about either your own private means of transport or a taxi, and that is the challenge. But we also have this caution that you cannot change the status of a student. If a student is put at Doma Senior High School and made a day student, the person can transfer from Doma Senior High School to Sunyani Senior High School on the same status. So if he was put there as a day student, he can only transfer to Sunyani or any other school with the same status as day student. If they were made a boarding student, they can come as boarder. But if you are a boarder and you want to come as day, hallelujah, because you know all these things go with budget. The budget has already been sent. It has been prepared now, and you don't have any room for supplementary budget. So if you want to change your status from boarder to day, then it means that you are going to reduce the cost for government. But if you want to make a change from day to boarding, it means that you are going to increase the budget, which government as of now cannot absorb it. So that is the only challenge. And we have had a tough explaining to me the understanding of parents and eager parents and guardians. That is our only challenge. So we are praying that with time you will explain, and probably our authorities will listen to us and make room for those who genuinely cannot afford the day expenses and make them there. Fortunately for us, we have enough facilities to absorb at least 300 more students to the boarding house per what we were giving. That I've told you we were giving 1,108 students as boarders. So we can admit some more in the boarding house because we have the facilities. So this is our only challenge. At least we will start from Monday. Serious classes will begin because we need the students to be in classroom before we start. So once they are doing the registration, we will also have to do orientation for them. They have to take their lessons serious. They have to know their left from right, where they should go, where they should not go. And you know, a lot of them, this is the first time they are going out of their parents. And some might not even have any slightest idea about what Sunyani is and what is happening. So they need to be giving orientation as to what secondary school life looks like. They are very eager coming to assess senior high school education, even those on track gold, which they were on track green. But we have calmed their nerves and told them that all shall be well. You know, GS has also, about 3 days ago, I read from the newspapers, one of the newspapers, that they will organize some workshop or some kind of courses for them so that they will not stay home idle. I think it's in the right direction. It will help us so that nerves will be calmed down, so that we wait patiently for their turn to assess senior high school education. Is that I've never heard anybody criticizing or condemning this free SHS program. Once we are all saying it is good, you want senior high school education for your ward, I want some for my daughter, that man wants some for his son. So once everybody is saying that it is good, and once the policy is saying that no qualified student will be left behind, it means that we need to be proactive. That is why the double tracking system has come. So you should all accept it. If there are other suggestions that we need to give to government and authorities, let us give so. in order so that you don't even condemn you don't nip the thing in the bud, you don't condemn it before it comes up. Let us start the program. If we meet some challenges, after all, Mike Meadows says that your worth as a human being depends on the number of challenges you have to solve. So if you are a human being and don't solve problems, you don't meet challenges, I mean, you fail to be a human being. So let us welcome the idea. If we meet some challenges, we see how best we can resolve them so that we move forward. Because, I mean, who would have accepted that I let your award wait for next year so that he assesses? But do you know what will happen next year? And people are saying that you should have postponed. Postponed till when? How many years should we be giving to prepare ourselves adequately well? Look at the churches around. Everybody is expanding their building, their chapel. They are pulling of them. It means that people are increasing. Those who are 18 want to give birth. Those who are even married now, some have challenges with childbirth. So they are praying that they get children. So we are increasing in population. So we need to find ways of getting all the students there. And as we move along, we face the challenges and we solve them. So I think that everybody should all hands should be on deck so that we get a smooth sailing.
As you can see, we are in St. James Seminary Secondary School. It is a single-sex school, which is a boys' school, and that is why you see most males around in school uniform. Per the information we had, they've not received any authority from the management to speak to any media personnel. So they told us we can only come on Friday so they can have an interview with us. But with a little information gathered, all students you see here in school uniform are Form 1 students. Everything is ongoing. Admission process is ongoing. Everything have been put in place. Their school uniform is ready compared to the other schools we went, of which they said their school uniforms are not yet ready. But when you come here, their school uniforms are ready. When you come, they give it to you. You just put it on so that things go on. But as you can see, things are moving on perfectly. And we are hoping that, God willing, on Friday, we will get the authorities to speak to so that we get the necessary information we are supposed to get.